Good evening. The time is 5 o'clock, and here's the world news at 5. First, the top stories. Hit and run truck driver kills two students and their dad at Uru, Ijebu. 3 tiers of government share 637.5 billion naira revenue for January. Buhari pleads with APC governors to give him time to consider 2019 re-election bid. Professor Jega says National Assembly lacked the powers to reorder 2019 polls. Australia Deputy Prime Minister resigns over sex scandal. Train coach kills 44 after plunging 330 feet down riverbank in Peru. I am Tobi Joseph, bringing the news in details shortly. Two students of the Comprehensive High School Olu in Ijebu North area of Ogun State have been killed by a hit-and-run truck driver. Their father, who used his motorcycle to convey them to school, was also killed in the accident. Another student who was also on the same motorcycle was severely injured. The incident, which occurred on Friday morning along Ajebo Road in Olu, our axis of Ijebu North, involved a truck belonging to the Dangote company. Rock City FM gathered that while the truck driver escaped immediately after the accident, but his truck and another truck drove to the scene of the accident was set ablaze by the angry youth and students. Spokesman of the Ogun State Traffic Compliance and Web Enforcement Corps, Chase, Commander Babatuda Kimi, confirming the incident, attributed the cause of the accident to overspeeding and dangerous driving by the truck driver. Akebe explained that the bodies of the dead have been deposited at the morgue of the State Hospital in Jerigo, while the injured student is receiving medical treatment at a private hospital in Uru, Ijebu. Police have warned communities in Ogun State against subjecting suspected criminals to downward justice. The State Police Command say anyone found involved in subjecting suspects to downward justice, which it regards as unlawful and barbaric, will be arrested and prosecuted. The command spokesman, Abimbola Oyemi, issued a warning at a workshop organized for the chairman of the community development committees in the state, by the State Community Development and Cooperative Ministry in Abeokuta, the state capital. Oyemi directed the CDC chairman to advise people in their communities against meting out punishments to any suspected criminals arrested in their domain. Instead of downward justice, the police spokesman asked them to hand over any arrested suspects to the nearest police station for prosecution. Speaking at the event, Governor Bikula Muso, represented by the Deputy Governor Yetude Onanuga, asked the CDC to operate in line with global practices, promising that his administration will continue to support them financially. Community Development and Cooperative Commissioner Gbenga Demoshu commended the CDC in the state, asking them to create more community development associations under their jurisdiction, as well as embark on self-help projects in their areas. Department of Petroleum Resources (DPR) says it sanctioned 33 filling stations in Ogun State since January 1 this year for contributing to the petroleum prices. The 33 filling stations were sanctioned for diverting, overpricing, underdispensing, and hoarding of petrol during the period. The agency's state controller, Haja Muinat Bello Zagi, who made this known in Abeokuta at a meeting with the major stakeholders in the petroleum sector in the state, says 444 filling stations were visited during the period. According to her, 245 of them had product and sold at approved pump price. The DPR controller says since last week, most of the filling stations she visited in the state have petroleum product. Federal, state and local governments have shared revenue totaling 637.5 billion naira from the Federation account for the month of January 2018. The revenue is 20 billion naira lower than 655 billion naira shared by the 3 tiers of government in December 2017. Accountant General of the Federation, Ahmed Idris, announced this to newsmen at the end of the monthly meeting of the Federation Account Allocation Committee in Abuja. The breakdown of the revenue showed that the federal government got 263.2 billion naira, 36 state government 143.9 billion naira, 774 local government 129.9 billion naira, while the oil-producing state received 52.04 billion naira, at 13% of derivation. The Accountant General blames the drop in the shared revenue, despite the rise in world oil price and the shutdown of pipelines for repair, and the suspension in oil exports in some of the terminals, including the Boni export terminal. For instance, the daily oil export dropped by 36,000 barrels, amounting to a loss of revenue totaling $113.8 million. APC national leader Shivaji Bola Tinubu has accused the party's national chairman, Chief John Odigio Yegu, of frustrating moves by his panel to reconcile aggrieved party leaders. Tinubu has signed by Buhari to reconcile aggrieved APC leaders and reposition the party, says he was worried that Oyegu had backtracked from his earlier pledge to assist him in reaching out to the state chapters of the party. The former Lagos State Governor expressed his concern in a letter to Oyegu and copied to President Muhammadu Buhari, Vice President Osinbajo, the Senate President, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Tinubu gave an instance of refusal of Oyegu to brief him on the crisis in the state chapters of the APC, especially in Kaduna, Adamawa, and Kogi State, where the leadership crisis had deepened. Apart from keeping him in the dark about the crisis in the state chapters, Tinubu accused Oyegu of taking sides in the crisis. President Muhammadu Buhari has asked the APC state governors to give him more time to consider whether he will seek re-election or not in 2019. Buhari spoke on the issue at a meeting with the APC governors, which lasted more than an hour on Thursday night at the presidential villa at Abuja. Chairman of the APC Governors Forum, Rochas Okorocha, addressing the State House correspondents after the meeting, says that Buhari did not give the timeline on when he will make public his stand on the 2019 presidency. Buhari, according to him, promises to meet the party's caucus at an unspecified date at the 2019 presidential poll. The Imo State Governor, however, said it is the desire of the APC governors that Buhari should seek re-election in the interest of Nigeria. The immediate past chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), Professor Tani Jega, has expressed concern about the reordering of the sequence of the 2019 polls by the National Assembly. Jega, who conducted the 2015 polls, says the National Assembly is not constitutionally empowered to reorder the sequence of the polls. The former INEC chairman, speaking on the issue at a forum in Abuja, says only INEC is empowered by the 1999 Constitution to organize and set dates for the polls. Apart from its illegality, the former INEC chairman explained that a new timetable for the polls, unveiled by the National Assembly, will also raise the cost of conducting the 2019 polls. Pastor Tobi Bakare has expressed a reservation about the practice of tithing, which is when Christians give 10% of their earnings to the church. Pastor Tobi Bakare told the BBC Yoruba service that it should not be compulsory. The cleric who leads the Latter-rain Assembly Church in Lagos says no one should feel compelled to pay. Bakare also says gathered church churches where pastors are becoming fat and the members are growing lean. You're still listening to the What Is of 5 from Rock City 101.9 FM. Up next, we'll bring you foreign, business, and sport news. Please do stay with us. Embattled Australian Deputy Prime Minister Barnaby Joyce says he will step down on Monday following a scandal which began when a newspaper revealed he had impregnated a former staffer during an extramarital affair. The 50-year-old Conservative politician had been under growing pressure to step down after his party, the Nationals, confirmed Thursday it had received a sexual harassment complaint against him. He said Friday the allegation was the straw that broke the camel's back and that he had asked that it be referred to the police. Joyce said he had already informed Matthias Coleman, who is acting Prime Minister, while the Prime Minister, Malcolm Turnbull, visits the US. For the past 2 weeks, Joyce had become the subject of intense public scrutiny due to his affair with his now pregnant media advisor, who is 17 years his junior. Joyce said he would not be endorsing his replacement at the party room meeting to elect a new leader on Monday. The number of people killed when a coach plunged off the Pan-American Highway in Peru has risen to 44. The bus veered off the road to the curve, and plummeted 330 feet down a rocky riverbank. The accident happened in the early hours of Wednesday near the Okjona Bridge in southern Arequipa province. Emergency workers retrieved 43 bodies and one victim died later in the hospital. Last month, 52 people died when another coach fell down a cliff in Peru. More than 20 people were injured in Wednesday's accident. The double-decker coach from the Ray Latino company was taking passengers from the town of Chana to the city of Arequipa, 400 kilometers away, when it came off the road. In business, Ogun State government has paid compensation to the owners of structures demolished for the proposed Lusada-Igbesa expressway project in the Yewa axis of the state. The 10-kilometer road project leads to the Igbesa Industrial Estate. Works and Infrastructure Commissioner Olamide Pandebite distributed the compensation checks at a ceremony at Igbesa to the affected owners of the demolished structures. Adebite says about 232 structures were demolished for the takeoff of the project. The project, according to the commissioner, will be completed within 6 and 8 months. Finally, in the 1 News of 5 Sport News. Nigeria's Super Falcons, hope of emerging champions at the maiden edition of the WAFU Women's Cup, was dashed on Thursday as they lost to their Ghanaian counterpart 4-5 on penalties, with the match having ended 1-1 after regulation time. Alice Ogebe gave Nigeria the lead in the 8th minute of an epic semi-final game played at the Parc des Sports, but Faustina Ampa cancelled that lead 10 minutes later on. The Black Queens of Ghana played better in the second half, but the Super Falcons defenders nullified all the attack thrown at them throughout the second half and ended the game at 1-1. Ghana will now play host Cote d'Ivoire in the final of the competition, while Nigeria will now play Mali in the third place match. That was the World News of 5, and just before we go, the major stories once again. Hit and run truck driver kills 2 students and their father at Uru, Ijebu. 3 tiers of government shares 637.5 billion naira revenue for the month of January. President Muhammadu Buhari pleads with APC governors to give him more time to consider his 2019 re-election bid. Professor Taru Jega says the National Assembly lacked the powers to reorder 2019 polls. Australian Deputy Prime Minister has resigned over sex scandal. A train coach has killed 44 people after plunging 330 feet down riverbank in Peru. For more stories and to listen to us live, please log on to our website www.rockcityfmradio.com/live. Thank you so much for listening. I am Tobi Joseph. Good evening.